Are they really that random? Or can they kind of help us out? We conjecture ahead.
Although this is going to be weird, and it's going to be about a different.
Title of the conference was something like Ground Truth or Turtles All the Way Down. And so it seems as though there's one Ruliad. I don't think it rules them all. And it might be just hyper-rulial turtles all the way down.
Yes, it's on the back of an infinite number of hyper-rulial turtles.
Various people are commenting on the outrage of hacking the universe on a MacBook Air.
Hey guys, what's going on? Memes here. So I've been told that by certain people on this internet of stuff and things, it's like you're everywhere. Now, as a longtime member of the troll community, there's always somebody watching. I'm just saying, it's a beautiful and terrifying thing about the internet. You can do with it what you will. But hey, welcome Ghost Town Nation. Hey Rick, what's going on, everybody? So I had just finished kind of learning things that I learned from different communities of the Toji. Basically, okay, I'm totally chasing clout right now. Got to be honest about these things. I also feel like it's for a good cause. That's my justification. But while being around this internet stuff and things, because a lot of times it's like science is my safe space. So it's like, okay, let me just learn as much as I can. Do I really know what's going on with all these different things? No, I do not. But I actually have the ability to come into contact with people that I claim knows what actually is going on. At least to a better approximation. But okay, so I came across this lecture from the International Center for Theoretical Physics. No, Theoretical Sciences. International Center for Theoretical Sciences. There we go. And it kind of reminded me some things. It's like, do I really know what ADS-CFT is? No. I mean, I can go Wikipedia. I know what Jonathan Garrod told me. Again, he was going to doing the 1+1 dimensional simplified thing. He described it like a soup can. It's like you can have like a gravitational bulk theory in it, and if you have the proper label on the can, you can't tell what's going on within the soup. It's like, okay, that's cool. I still think there's a lot of different stuff and things going on. It's like, okay, that's a lot to figure out. But apparently, here, let's just play the beautiful beat footage.
Of cosine of a
to my knowledge, what they're doing is they're mapping spheres out using a random and then kind of like another type of random matrix.
Interested in the absolute value of this.
My big thing is apparently this seems, I know I'm talking over them, but links to the doobly-doo, but this apparently seems to be a universal
cosine
function.
Is between -1 and 1. We multiply a lot of these cosines, and the product is very small unless almost all cosines are close to 1. So if this characteristic function is not negligible, if it's greater than something, it means that almost all these cosines are either a -1 and 1, which means that these products are close to the integer lattice times pi.
So again, I'm a dude on the internet, but when I'm hearing you can map out, because and the other thing is there's another particular formula there that they're setting up, and then they have this one here. And it's like he basically has a whole other lecture before this where he goes into it. And apparently the big thing is it seems to kind of be universal. You could use it essentially for any universal matrix. I'm like, okay. I continue to listen. And he goes on. It's like, okay, you can use like sines, cosines. I'm like, all right, pi. So it's like, all right, sine and cosine wave. I'm like, and apparently follows the integers or methods of mapping things. He goes into a little other things. I'm just like, this sounds useful.
Right. The integer lattice.
It's straight to its weaknesses. It's like, all right, it's doing this thing.
Okay.
If you find the proper application, cool. Otherwise,
resonance
it's like probably better others.
effect, if this can be non-negligible only if there is such t that if I multiply all coordinates by t, I get close to an integer point.
So it's a large scale approximation, and Rick is saying that close to the integer last means discrete. Some people would disagree with that. I tend to agree, but that's just me.
It took time actually to formalize it and to produce
Here's where it gets interesting.
criterion characterizing M, but it turns out that what governs this closeness to the integer points is just the usual Euclidean distance. So the bad points are the points such that if you consider the vector u and you multiply it by t, this vector passes close to the integer point in the Euclidean distance. Okay. So this is the characterization. And then we'll have to
I think it might also be applicable
that
for more or less of a
probability
dimension.
that you belong.
I might be making that part up, but that was kind of reminded me like a Swiss Army function.
We have to make a small adjustment to it because we start from the origin, and so we automatically pass close to the integer point. Actually, there is a separate argument which allows us to exclude the region around the origin.
This is the thing, it's like interchangeable. It's kind of like Voltron.
Are going to be irrelevant. And then the set of all bad points is the set of all bad directions is the set of all u, such that if I draw this line, it passes through one of the red balls.
So basically they use other mapping functions to kind of go over. I'm like,
so I have to project this picture back to the sphere. Now let's see what we have.
Okay. So he's projecting things back to a sphere. I don't know. I hear all these things about stereographic projection. Whatever it actually ends up being, my big thing is, okay, apparently there was another factor that went in there, and maybe he did it in the most recent lecture. I'm not sure if I heard it yet. He didn't drop it. He seemed very pleased with his results. But I'm like, okay, I hear about like a sphere mapping to things, but I'm like, okay, can you do it the other way around? Like a sphere would project something or something, some type of boundaries, if we have ways to actually map different things that are going on. And again, he said the big thing is, and again, it's in the previous thing. I should probably actually do another video on it. It's just very low quality content, but I feel like algorithms will show you what you seek. Sometimes you need to figure out what you want. I just know this by going down other algorithmic rabbit holes. I'm like, wow, it showed me things I didn't even want to see. Hey, these things happen. But I thought it was fascinating that there's a lot of different stuff going on out there. And it's like, maybe you come across it, maybe you don't. Maybe it'll help somebody out. Is this really going to help me at this exact moment? Probably not. But I might know a few folks this may be very useful for. So, hey, thank you all for watching. Peace out, everybody. Happy New Year. Be safe and take care of yourselves. Remember, it's 2023 is the year to see. Peace out, everybody.
Have you guys checked out the Memes of Destruction's channel? He's an interesting dude. I like him.